So please explain this then. Surah 26, Ayah 198, 199. You can read from anywhere you want, but I'm focusing on 198 and 199. If we had revealed it to one of any other nation than the Arabs, and he had read it to them, they would not have believed in it. So Islamic law clearly predicts non-Arabs would not believe in the Quran. Do you think that prediction is right?
This is your wrong understanding.
Well, okay, give me the right understanding, please. Please give me the right understanding. So read again, give me the right understanding.
Understanding if this sent,
You go.
if this was sent,
Has been a bit of a starting problem, sir. If you had listened earlier,
He is more knowledgeable than me. I would ask.
but you, sir, you said
can I answer your
wrong
question?
translation.
Can I answer your
Can you
question?
please clarify?
Because if it is revealed to a non-Arab in Arabic, would you understand if I speak in some different language which you don't know? Would you understand
I
it?
won't understand.
That's why.
And that is exactly my point. Are you an Arab speaker?
No.
What language do you recite the Quran in?
Arabic.
Arabic, but you don't understand Arabic. Why do you do it?
But I can read the translation.
No, but you don't understand Arabic. Why do you recite in Arabic?
Can you read a letter?
You have good point. Let me explain.
You told me, if the Quran was recited in Arabic.
I don't have answer.
Well, the answer is very simple. You're self-contradicting. You're going against the obvious. You yourself earlier said, if a non-Arab were to read it in Arabic, he would not understand. What's the point? And that is precisely the point. You need to take it to your heart. What's your name, sir? What's your name, sir?
Let me answer.
What is your name, sir?
Is it not necessary? We are talking about a topic here.
Which topic? Which question are you going to answer right now?
You are asking me why the Quran is revealed in Arabic.
No, I'm asking you right now, if you don't, we have progressed. You helped us progress. You said if a non-Arabic speaker reads the Quran in Arabic, he won't understand. You helped us understand. We are on the same page. So you are a non-Arabic speaker. You don't understand Arabic. In what language in a mosque would you recite the Quran?
In Arabic, why not?
Why not Arabic? Yes.
Because
it's
you don't
revealed in
understand.
Arabic.
Why would you do
You
it
can
if you don't
translate.
understand?
You can translate.
At the heart of this verse is the word ajamin, a term rooted in the Arabic word ajam, which comes from a triliteral root meaning unclear or not eloquent. In classical usage, it referred to those who were non-Arabic speakers, foreigners whose speech sounded unintelligible to native Arab ears. So in this context, ajamin doesn't just mean foreigners, it specifically points to non-Arabs, people outside the Arab cultural and linguistic world. And that's what makes this verse so striking, because it suggests that if the Qur'an had been revealed through someone from outside that Arab context, even if the message were exactly the same, it still would have been rejected. The word nazalnahu refers to Allah's act of revealing the Qur'an, implying a deliberate, staged process of divine communication. What's striking, however, is the conditional scenario posed. If the Qur'an had been revealed through a non-Arab, and if he had read it to the Arabs, they still would not have believed. The statement affirms that the ethnic identity of the messenger would have been enough reason for rejection, even if the content remained unchanged. This brings us to a profound theological question. Is truth determined by the message itself, or by the ethnicity of the messenger? If a revelation is truly from God, shouldn't it rise above cultural and ethnic boundaries? And yet, this Quranic verse tells a different story. It suggests that belief doesn't rest on the truth of the message, but on who delivers it. In other words, the Arab people wouldn't have accepted divine truth unless it came from one of their own. This is profoundly problematic for Islam's claim to universality. A message that requires tribal or ethnic alignment to be credible is, by nature, limited in scope. There is no inclusive call in the Qur'an like the one found in the Gospel, where Jesus explicitly declares, "Go and make disciples of all nations," Matthew 28:19. Christ sent his followers out to every nation, to the Greeks, the Romans, the Syrians, the Egyptians, even the Ethiopians, with no boundaries of race or language. The revelation of God in Christianity is not limited by the identity of the messenger, but carried by the power of the message itself.
But what's the point? If you can't understand
okay.
Arabic,
To answer this,
why do you read it in Arabic? Why do you recite it in
So
Arabic?
this is Allah creates people with many languages.
How
How
about
you want to
Jesus?
get
Excuse me, sir. You need to listen, please, and respond, please.
Do you speak Arabic?
Excuse me, sir. One second. Do you speak Tamil?
No.
If I speak to you in Tamil, would that be beneficial?
No.
Okay, exactly the point. That's exactly my point. If you don't speak in Tamil, if I,
Can you hear?
excuse me,
Can you hear?
no, excuse me.
Look, you don't want to search for truth.
Yes, because you don't want to understand. Excuse me,
You
sir.
are fighting.
Where are you from?
It doesn't matter. I don't want
Don't
to
give in to Arabic propaganda.
I'm saying. What I'm
Don't
saying.
give in to Arab supremacy ideology.
Irrelevant.
Don't try to read something. Don't try to read something. Don't try to read something in a language that you don't understand. That doesn't make sense. Are you an Arabic speaker?
Finish with Muhammad.
Muhammad is a bit
You ask me
confused.
something. You ask me
Muhammad
something. You
felt
ask me
threatened.
not to listen. You just want to speak. Okay.
Tell me.
What you're
You
saying
don't understand
that
Arabic.
You don't believe any religion if it's not in your native
That's not my
language.
point.
Then what is your point?
My point is,
If you don't understand Arabic, why do you pray in Arabic? Is it?
no, listen to me again. If you don't understand Arabic, why do you want to recite in Arabic the Quran? Why?
Because Allah tell me to recite in Arabic.
What, Allah wants you to speak gibberish? Nonsense that you don't understand?
It's not gibberish, it's a language.
It's a language.
It's a language. One second. Oh, Alex, one second. Alex, 1 second, please. Excuse me, Alex, 1 second. No one is arguing that Arabic is not a language. What we are saying rather is it's not his language. What he can't speak, he can't understand. And that is the only point. So don't bring in random points and Alex, please. Alex, please. Unrelated excuses not going to help. Let's move on. So we have, if we stick to the bottom of our hearts, our conscience, we have come to a conclusion. Reciting the Quran in Arabic is meaningless. You don't understand. You need to fall back to English. I don't know about Alex because he's waffling on, trying to give lame excuses. Now let's focus on the recitation part. Why do you recite? Do you know why the Quran is recited? Do you know? You don't understand. You must be a Muslim. Do you know why the Quran is recited?
Because this is how it is taught.
No, the Bible is not recited. We read the Bible. We try and understand.
I don't know about the Bible.
I'm telling you right now. The Bible, the Torah is not recited. Alex, one second.
Anything in your prayer?
Alex.
Do you recite anything in your prayer?
No.
Nothing. So you don't pray to God, so you're going to hell.
Well,
Pray to God.
it says a Muslim. Indoctrination. This is what we call it.
Yeah, you say, "Our Father,
Alex,
who art in heaven,"
simple
so you
question.
recite something. So
Simple
I'll ask you,
question.
Why do you recite?
Simple question.
Why do you recite?
Why would
do you recite?
Why
do you
anyone recite the Quran?
Why do you recite?
We settle the idea.
Why do you recite?
I'll give answer.
Why do you recite?
Why would we recite?
Please listen.
This is a way of praying
Why? Do you know why?
because it teaches by our prophet.
But why? Do you know why? The Quran gives you the answer, by the way.
Any religions pray in their own sign, right?
What's your name?
I didn't ask your name.
You know, that's fine. Okay, here is the problem. The Quran itself gives you the answer. You don't know the answer. Do you know why you don't know the answer? Because you've been busy reciting in a language which you never understood. So you've been reciting for many, many years, yet don't even know the answer from the Quran. Can I read from the Quran for you to understand the answer?
In Surah Fussilat 41:44, we find a striking and explicit admission. If we had made this Qur'an in a language other than Arabic, they would have said, "Why aren't its verses made clear? Is it foreign, while the messenger is Arab?" This verse reveals that the rejection of revelation is deeply tied to the alignment between the language of the message and the identity of the messenger. The problem isn't with the message itself. It's that language and ethnicity are expected to align for the message to even be considered valid. In other words, if the Qur'an had been revealed in a non-Arabic language, even through a true prophet, the people would still have rejected it, not because they couldn't understand it, but because of a symbolic mismatch between the messenger and the message. Apologetically, this is a troubling admission. Rather than demonstrating God's power to transcend cultures and languages, this verse highlights how revelation is confined by human preferences, particularly ethnic and linguistic preferences. It reverses the logic of divine revelation. Instead of confronting and transforming human bias, it bows to it. If God's truth can be rejected simply because it doesn't come in a culturally acceptable form, then the issue is no longer about truth. It's about cultural suitability. And that raises a deeper theological question. Does this not place limits on God? Does it not reduce divine revelation to the standards of human sociolinguistics? This is precisely where the theological contrast between Islam and Christianity becomes undeniable. Jesus Christ did not come with a message wrapped in linguistic exclusivity. The gospel was never confined to Aramaic or Hebrew. In fact, the apostles actively proclaimed the gospel in Greek, the global language of the time, and it was soon translated into Latin, Syriac, Coptic, and Ethiopian. In Christianity, truth does not require ethnic packaging to be universal. The power of the gospel lies in its content and in the Holy Spirit who empowers its proclamation, not in the original language or ethnicity of its messenger.